Hey guys, it's Jaden from Tech for Days, and today we have a pretty awesome unboxing today. This is from a new company called EliveBuy. They are pretty awesome. They have a bunch of awesome gadgets, and today we have a pretty awesome product. So let's go ahead and see how this thing looks. I'm really excited to actually be reviewing for them. So let's go ahead and just dive into this thing. So we have our nice little box cutter here, so we can cut through these little tapes. And let's go ahead. I'm really excited. This is gonna be a speaker, I believe. And you guys obviously know exactly how it looks by the thumbnail and the description in the video. And here we go. Here's how it looks. So this thing is pretty awesome. It's an army green color. And it even has some of their branding on it. It says EliveBuy right on the front of it. It's actually very light. So let's go ahead and try to get this to focus. You guys can see the branding. I think it's a little bit too light for you guys to see. But it's a pretty awesome branding. There you go. It's EliveBuy, so it looks pretty nice right there. And the green is very cool. And this is like a shower speaker. It's waterproof or something like that. And you can hold it. You can suction it to the wall, which we'll demonstrate shortly. And it looks really cool. We have our little power button. We have our pause. And I guess you can make calls with it too. And we have our next and our backward button. And it has a nice little hanger or something like that. So I think that's really cool. And in the box, we have a carabiner to actually hang it, as I just said. So that's pretty awesome. So you guys can have this. It's like a little rugged speaker. It's a pretty awesome speaker, and you guys can see the little driver right there. I'm excited to see how this thing sounds. And inside of the box we have, oh okay, cool, we have a micro USB cable to actually be able to charge the device. And then we have a user manual. So this is the Bluetooth speaker model C6. It even has their Bluetooth, or it says Bluetooth right there. And it's pretty self-explanatory. As you guys can see, it does have a mic somewhere in there. It's a pretty small mic. And one thing that my great friend from iVideos, he makes really awesome videos. You guys should definitely subscribe to him. He's such a cool dude. He actually pointed out that the speaker's not necessarily 100% IPX7 waterproof. It's actually a lot less than that. So let's go ahead and get into that. Right here, it actually says the protective level of the speaker reaches IP65. Splash is okay, but it cannot be submerged into water. And it's displayed to be IPX7 or IP67, which means it could be submerged. So that's kind of false advertising there. That would be really, really bad if someone actually put this in the water. So I think they should definitely fix that and actually rename that. That's kind of disappointing that they had an error there. So do not put this in water. It can take splashes. You can have it in the shower, but it's not submergible. And just be careful with it. Like I said, go check out Justin from iVideos. He's so cool. I'll put a little clip of his videos. He has such awesome camera angles. It's really awesome. So let's continue with these features. So we have a 500 milliamp battery, and we have a 45 millimeter 4 ohm 5 watt speaker. So that's pretty awesome. It's a polymer battery, and the output is 5 watts, and the input voltage is DC negative 5 volts or 600 milliamps. And then the working time is 3 to 4.5 hours, and the standby time is 2 weeks. So that's pretty good. That's very, very decent for the amount of battery you get. And the suction cup looks pretty sticky. So guys, we'll go ahead and test this on several different surfaces. We'll test it on this wood surface here. We'll test it on the wall, tile, and we'll just see where if we get a really good stick and just how good of the quality the suction cup is. And of course, we're gonna test the audio because that's one of the most important parts. And I guess we could do a little bit splash, but I'm a little bit scared now because, as my friend Justin from iVideos pointed out, it's not necessarily waterproof. So that's just a little bit disappointing. If you guys are buying the speaker for that reason, don't buy it for that reason. Just buy it if you're going to play it in the shower or something like that. That's probably the correct place. But, like I said, that's totally okay. We actually will be able to still test out the speaker, and let's go ahead and jump into it. So guys, our first test is going to be right here at the workbench. We're going to go ahead and press it down, and we get a pretty secure connection right there. It's pretty stiff, and I'm pulling up on the carabiner, and yeah, it's a pretty good connection right there, and it's on wood. This wood is very slippery, and it does get a little bit of play in it, so that's pretty interesting. So let's go ahead and put it on the wall and see what kind of connection we get on the wall. So guys, we're gonna go ahead and connect this to the wall and see if it actually sucks to the wall. And it doesn't appear to be clipping to the wall. It is clean, so let's see if we can clip it there. And it appears it doesn't stick on walls, so that's just a little bit disappointing, because just in case you wanted to have this on the wall or anything, and it could be the texture of my walls, but I'm not finding any stickage or anything like that there, so that's just a little bit disappointing right there. Maybe they could include a different kind of suction cup to be able to stick on walls. So let's go ahead and just move on to the next test. And now we'll be actually sticking it onto a mirror to see if it can stick to the mirror. And it sticks to mirror surfaces, so that's pretty awesome there. As you guys can see, it's supporting its weight entirely, so that is a very good test right there. That passed 100%, and it's actually very stable. It's really, really stable. The suction cup is not moving whatsoever, so I think that's a very nice suction cup. I just wish it would connect to the wall, just in case you wanted to, you know, play some tunes on the wall. So guys, we are now on a tiled surface. As you guys can see, we're now on a tiled surface, and it's probably the best connection we can get just yet. This thing is flush to the wall. It is not slipping, not sliding, and I think it's just doing a really good job holding and supporting the weight. And the speaker is very light, which is very impressive. So I think it did a very good job using the suction cup for more wet environments, which makes sense. The drier environments, the suction cup does not work just as well, but it is meant for wet conditions, so it does hold a little bit better here. So let's go ahead and do our final test, which would be on glass, and let's see how it holds there. So guys, we are now on a glass surface, and it's actually holding the speaker very, very well. It has a very strong connection right now, and I think it holds just as well. It looks like the mirror and the tile and this glass are the best connections or suction that you're gonna get with this speaker, so I guess more smooth environments, I would say. It's a little bit hard to describe exactly what type of materials it would exactly stick to, but the basics, mirrors, glass, tile, those all work, and it sticks very well. So I think this was a very good test. It's very interesting on what surfaces it did stick and what it did not. So that was very interesting, and let's go ahead and head on to our sound quality tests. Okay guys, we're back at the workbench, and we're gonna go ahead and power this bad boy on to test the audio quality, and should be turning on pretty soon. We're pressing the power button. Power on. And there we go, power on. And we do have a little USB port here, which is pretty interesting. We have, I think, maybe an LED indicator right there. And then we have a micro USB charge port right there to be able to charge your device. So let's go ahead and go onto my iPhone, and let's go ahead and head into the Bluetooth settings and see if this thing is ready for us to pair. It's called the C6, like the model, and it should be pairing soon. And here's actually the LED indicator, so excuse me there. And the mic is also built into the side of it as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and play you an audio sample as soon as it actually connects to my iPhone 5S here. And we're connected. It doesn't really tell us that we're connected. And something that's really cool is it actually has the little battery symbol right there, if you guys can see that. So it's pretty awesome. It has a nice little battery symbol, so we know that it's actually fully charged. So we're gonna get a great sound quality from that, because, you know, some speakers just require a full charge to sound the best. So let's go ahead and get an audio sample going. So guys, this thing is pretty impressive. It definitely surprised me when I first turned it on. I did not expect that much bass. And it's really cool because you can actually feel the air pouring out of it with the driver flexing from the amount of bass. It actually has a very decent amount. I'm really impressed. The speaker is just so light. It's lighter than my iPhone, or maybe about the same weight. It does feel just a little bit lighter than my iPhone 5S. So that's just a little weight comparison that you guys can think of. It's extremely light. I just can't explain how light it is. And the color looks really awesome. The sound quality is great. It's phenomenal. But there is a little bit of maybe like small particles that are ringing in there. If you ever heard like a car speaker and there's like, if you have stuff inside of the compartments, it rattles. It's just a little bit like that on full volume. But the rest of the volumes, it sounds great. And it sounds great overall. It's just you know, it gets the job done, and it's very affordable. It's very compact, neat, and light. You can take it wherever you want. You can even take off the suction cup if you really wanted to. You can just slide it out of here. But I'm gonna leave it there because I'd be using this for the shower. Remember, it's not submersible, but you can, and it will handle splashes, so just keep that in mind. And it's cool that it includes the carabiner and even a micro USB charging cable. So overall, this speaker did a really good job in all of the tests I put it through. We basically put it through the boot camp, and it did a great job. And of course, I want to demonstrate right before we go. We're gonna demonstrate the changing song feature. And there we go, it changes the song. So that's pretty awesome right there. And you can pause it, play it, and answer your calls using this button. And then we have a power off button. And it's gonna turn off shortly.
Power off.
And there we go. That's it for this video, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comments below. Of course, you can purchase this speaker in the description. Comment below, let me know what you guys think of this thing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be sure to check out EliveBuy. I have tons of more content coming regarding their awesome, amazing products. Thank you to EliveBuy for sending this out to me for review, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.